Right now, the man accused of killing a toddler just 2 years ago is back in court. We'll recap the first day.
Plus, we visit a well-known restaurant on State Street that's closing up shop.
And a chilly start to the morning. Readings in the 30s this morning. Do have some warmer weather later this week and also some storms. We'll track it for you coming up.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us on a Wednesday. I'm Shane Hogan.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Not only is it cooler outside this morning, we've got a lot of chances of some storms coming up in the forecast.
Yeah, I know. Keeping an eye on that. Got some weekend plans. And Kelly, are they going to get ruined, or what can we expect for that rain that's headed our way?
I wouldn't say you're going to get ruined, but you're just going to have to keep an eye to the sky. We can count on some rain, but there will be plenty of dry periods into the weekend as well. Plenty of dry weather for the next couple of days. It really won't be until later Friday. It's cool, though. 37 right now in Madison, also down toward Monona. 36 currently in Sauk City. We are running 15 degrees colder this morning, where they've had some clearing. It's 20 degrees colder up there in Adams and Juneau County, 23 degrees colder there in Camp Douglas. Still a noticeable north wind. It's not as gusty as what we had yesterday, but we will have that wind this morning up to around 10 miles per hour. That will actually come down as we get through the late morning hours in the afternoon. But with that northerly wind, only low 50s expected today, even with some sunshine. Clear skies tonight will likely give us some frost and freezing temperatures late tonight, tomorrow morning. We're watching some storms that'll be rolling in by Friday afternoon going through the weekend. So quite a bit of sunshine today. Just have some clouds this morning. Only 46 here at the noon hour. As we get into the afternoon hours, low 50s. Winds will be a lot lighter than they were yesterday. And we're going to get closer to average as we go through tomorrow and also Friday. Above average, warm temperatures into the weekend. That's out ahead of a storm system that'll bring us some stormy weather into the weekend. Our first warm forecast today, though, looking at highs in the lower 50s with some sunshine. Talk more about that storm potential going into the weekend coming up.
Okay, Kelly, thank you. Happening today, it is day 2 in the trial of a Madison man accused of killing a toddler nearly 2 years ago. Marshawn Giles is facing 18 charges, including first-degree intentional homicide and first-degree child sexual assault. He has pleaded not guilty to all of those charges, and it all stems from a death of a 20-month-old girl on April 25th, 2022. Officers were called to an apartment on Madison's west side where they found the girl severely abused. She was rushed to a hospital where she later died.
Cameras are not allowed in the courtroom for the trial, but here's what happened day 1. Both the prosecution and defense presented opening statements, followed by court testimonies from Giles' ex-girlfriend, who says Giles continuously abused her and her children. Jurors were shown a video of a forensic interview by one of the girl's siblings just days after her death and a recording of the 911 call made by her mother. Because of the camera restrictions, we will continue to bring you extensive digital coverage. It will be on channel3000.com and the Channel 3000 News app all week long.
We have new information this morning on the stabbing in Madison's near West Side over the weekend. It happened at the Braxton Apartments neighborhood that you see here. Police are now saying the suspect and the victim had a common relationship with one another and another man. They had a confrontation about this in a vehicle, and this is what led to the stabbing. We also now know the victim has returned home from the hospital. The suspect was arrested early Monday morning on charges of attempted first-degree homicide. The investigation into it continues this morning.
More than 700 people were injured in work zone accidents in Wisconsin last year. 700. Now, the Wisconsin Transportation Builders Association is launching a new program to make roads safer. It's called Work Zone Safe Wisconsin. The program is a free web-based instructional guide and test. It's targeted at student drivers, but anyone can take it. Organizers hope the course will help those working on our roads get home safely.
Not everybody realizes when they drive through work zones that those are the people that are behind those barrels. People are often frustrated with work zones, especially in Wisconsin. You know, it's all summer, it's construction. It's the only time of year we have to do the construction, you know, and they don't realize that who's standing behind those barrels, and they need to make it home.
This resource is available right now at workzonesafe.org. That's workzonesafe.org. Teenage drivers who successfully finish the course are eligible for a $500 scholarship drawn each month. A new facility in Madison will comfort homeless adults battling terminal illness.
It's called the Solace Home. It's an adult family home on Monona Drive. The Solace Home is operated by Solace Friends, a nonprofit working to provide passionate end-of-life care to individuals with housing insecurity. Solace Home has 4 beds, and it will serve residents who have less than 6 months to live and are homeless or without stable housing. Caregivers there are available 24/7 to help residents with any needs, whether that be making them a meal or providing spiritual support.
So the vision at this 4-bed adult family home is that all people, regardless of their resources or their past life experiences, have access to dying in a safe home environment with the support of people who are committed to honoring their humanity.
All residents are welcome regardless of resources. Solace Friends says the house is funded by grants and donations, and if you would like to donate that to them, you can visit their website, solacefriends.org.
A Madison restaurant on the Isthmus will soon close its doors after decades of memories.
Yeah, Nick's Restaurant and Lounge is a Greek-American diner on State Street, 2 blocks from the Capitol. Our Armand Rahman looks back on its iconic history with the community that has made it home.
Stepping into the doors of Nick's Restaurant on State Street, you're transported to the 60s, the heyday of this supper club. And for many, memories will be all that remain come May 11th.
When it's time, it's time.
While its time may be up, time endlessly wraps around all of Nick's Restaurant.
The unique bar patterns.
We got the old booths and the old lights. It still has that charm, and you still have the same people, same guy behind the bar, and yeah, it's just comfortable.
Nick and Serena Christakos opened their doors on May 16th, 1959, and Dino Christ's father became a partner 2 years later. Dino and his brother took over the business in the 1990s. But recently, Dino says the restaurant's been through some hard times, like the COVID-19 pandemic, short staffing, and inflation.
So it just got to be the point where I'd wake up and go to my phone and go, okay, what problems do I have to solve today? As opposed to where I used to wake up and go, can't wait to get to work and see my friends.
We're losing another Madison institution.
It became a staple for many customers, like John Dillette.
Grew up in Middleton, but we used to come down here, and then all through college, 80s and 90s, we came here a lot, yeah. And then come here now with the family.
And Dino has seen some pretty famous faces come through in his time here.
Robin Williams was in here and partied one night. Lenny Kravitz was in here jamming by himself with his band, and nobody knew who he was.
Server Stella Buckley needed a job while she was in school 3 years ago. For her, Nick's was in the right place at the right time.
And without any waitressing experience or bartending experience, Dino and Tom hired me immediately. I really felt community with the people that I worked with. They look out for me for anything.
Dino says what he'll miss most is the time spent with the people.
Everyone's asking me what I'm taking, and honestly, it's the memories.
Nick's will be open for a half day on May 11th. The first half for the public and customers to come in and say their goodbyes, and the second half a private party for friends and family and employees. Reporting on State Street, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
All right, we do have some clouds, some chilly temperatures this morning. Expect some sunshine today. We're tracking some storms later in the week. Well, the first one forecast just ahead.
Also ahead, Game 2 of the Bucks NBA playoff series. Could they go up 2-0 against the Pacers? We'll let you know coming up in your morning sports.
And we know that daily grind can be tough, but this morning we're learning how to roast the coffee we love to drink each and every morning, especially on a cold morning like this. We're live in Mount Horeb coming up next in the 608.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Get a new 2024 Tundra Hybrid Capstone for 3.99% APR for 60 months, plus $2,500 cash back. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
My name is Jack Frank. I'm a retired paper mill worker in the valley here, and I work for Copeland Bus part-time on the side. I've had my own route now here for the last 3-4 years, and the kids on it are great. Flexible hours, they work with you in many different ways. If you've got something going, they accommodate you, or they try to get somebody to run your road. Copeland treats you decent. You know, all the years I worked here. It's a great place to work.
Our city has a pulse. Steps from bustling and wild. Come find familiar. Experience new.
Why choose between that new deck you've been wanting and that vacation you've been dreaming about? Get both. A deck that outlasts wood 3 to 1 and up to a 7-day vacation on one of the top cruise lines or at one of our hundreds of resorts with no blackout date restrictions. Call now or visit the website for your new deck today.
Nexium 24-Hour prevents heartburn acid for twice as long as Pepcid. Get all day and all night heartburn acid prevention with just 1 pill a day. Choose acid prevention. Choose Nexium.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Hi, I'm Fiona Rataj with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. Here are 3 things to know. Make sure you are registered to vote at your current address. You can check or register at myvote.wi.gov. If you do not have a Wisconsin driver's license or state ID, you can register to vote with your municipal clerk by completing the registration form on MyVote. Absentee ballots must be requested.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact. You're watching News 3 Now this morning, moving forward.
We're back here at 6:11 on a Wednesday, letting you know what's going on in the 608. And this morning we are talking about coffee, or specifically what it takes to roast it.
Yeah, there we go. Our Josh Breider is live in Mount Horeb this morning with a closer look. Hey, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're learning what it takes to actually roast coffee this morning. I know it's a cold morning. We love our coffee, whether it's cold or hot, though. And there's really a process that I think is going to be unique and really showcase what it takes to pull this off. We're live in Mount Horeb this morning. Michael Cleary of Mounds View Roasters
Morning,
having
Josh.
us. So, Michael, good to see you.
Yes, you too. Thanks for coming in.
So, what does it mean to actually roast coffee?
So, when we roast coffee, we're taking the green coffee, and we are getting it, applying heat to it into a certain degrees and certain times with certain airflow until we get to a final product, which is the brown beans that you see most often.
So this is such an interesting thing. You're in your 5th year here roasting coffee. What got you into this?
So I was actually lucky enough that I learned from the Victor Allen himself. He worked with my dad on some projects after he had sold Victor Allen Coffee, and yeah, I was lucky enough to learn from him. He kind of got us into the process of selling these roasters from Italy, from IMF, and so he said, Michael, you need to learn how to roast coffee, and I didn't really listen to him at first, and then eventually I did, and so actually the roaster is named after Victor. I've named it Victor.
I love it.
For kind of paying homage to him. He passed away in 2018 from esophageal cancer, but I try to carry on the legacy now.
Oh, that you are. So, you know, what does it take to be able to, you know, roast to get into the stuff that you sell all around the area?
Sure. So I am sourcing the green beans. I work with importers. I'm trying to build more relationships with actual farms in the origins that their coffee's grown in, because it's actually grown in a tree or a bush, if you will, with a cherry on the outside. And so there's a lot of processing. Like, we could go into that. That's a whole nother thing. But we get the green coffee in. I am then, you know, deciding what do I need for inventory. I'm roasting, fulfilling orders, and then I'm just hand packaging right now. So it's very labor intensive. I'm lucky I have a helpful, you know, home front. My wife's very helpful, and my brother is very helpful as well. But for the most part, it's just me.
I love it. All right, so you're giving me the green light to help you roast some coffee this morning. So what is this process?
So we are going to start the data tracking. I keep the data to help me allow for like consistency and just kind of keeping track of temperatures and things like that. But you're welcome to hit the button and we'll drop the coffee in.
Let's start cycle.
So the coffee will drop in from the hopper. You'll start seeing it agitate around. And so this process for my machine takes about 9 minutes. And so we will just kind of allow the machine set points to do its thing. And then we'll just kind of track, and I might make some tweaks here or there, but otherwise, yeah, in about 9 minutes, we'll have some coffee.
All right, and coming up in our next segment, this will be completed.
Right. There's
so
the tease,
awesome.
right?
Yes, that's a good tease. Michael, thank you so much for having us out.
Thanks for coming out.
If you'd like to learn more about Mounds View Roasters, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. And again, coming up at 6:42, guys, this will be complete. So we'll have the next process or next part of the process coming up a little bit later.
That's cool. Obviously something that we care deeply about. The amount of coffee that we go through on this shift is kind of astounding. Yeah. So cool to get a behind-the-scenes look there with Josh. Awesome.
All right, Josh, we'll check in with you soon. In the meantime, hey, if you have any ideas, inspirational stories maybe that you want to share with our viewers, reach out to Josh on social media or email, and maybe your idea could wind up on TV.
All right, 6:15, Kelly Slifka's outside, a little bundled up there. It's a little chilly.
Yeah, it is chilly. We've actually had the benefit of some clouds overnight. Actually kept temperatures up a little bit, at least prevented us from really dropping down below freezing. But some locations getting close to freezing, even with the cloud cover this morning. But you can see that on our sky cam from the Edgewater Hotel. Temperature starting out in the 30s this morning. Rising through the 40s, should be in the lower 50s, running about 7 degrees cooler than average. Tell you what, there might be a beautiful sunrise this morning with some of these mid-level clouds rolling through. Thanks, Julie, for sending this in from last week from Verona. Beautiful sunset. We do have some cool weather in place today and also tonight. We do have a freeze possible tonight. In fact, actually, a freeze watch has now been posted for southern Wisconsin. It looks like it will be milder, though, tomorrow afternoon. So we'll rise almost 30 degrees by tomorrow afternoon with some sunshine. And then that's out ahead of a storm system that'll bring us some stormy weather. It's not going to rain the entire weekend, but we will see some rounds of storms rolling through from Friday right through early next week. Here's the freeze advisory. It starts at midnight tonight through 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So if you have any tender vegetation, make sure you take care of those. Bring those in. Hopefully this will be the last time of the season. A dip in the jet stream bringing us some cool weather for now, but it will quickly warm up tomorrow going into Friday. But you see this trough low pressure, this dig in the jet stream out west. That's going to be a storm system that's going to send bits of energy our way and bring us rounds of showers and thunderstorms. One coming in Friday afternoon, Friday night. Another one coming in later Saturday night, but another one coming in Sunday into Monday. So it will be quite unsettled going into the weekend. Today, we will see some of these clouds gradually depart as we climb through the 40s into the lower 50s. Today, do have first warn alert day starting Friday afternoon right through Sunday due to the potential for some heavy rains and also some stronger storms. Now, this will come in mainly Friday afternoon, Friday night. We'll get a break. Most of Saturday, I think, will be generally dry, but watch out in the afternoon, especially areas to the west. Could see some storms start to fire up going into the evening hours, and then more rounds of rain going into Sunday. So it's going to be wet at times going in the weekend, but there will be plenty of dry periods as far as rainfall totals. 1 to 3 inches of rain across the area. Right now, we're sitting at 37, 39 in Janesville, 32, though, in Watertown. 53 today, 31 tonight, 60 Thursday and Friday with that first warn alert day because of the storms that'll roll in Friday afternoon, on and off storms Saturday into Sunday, even Monday of next week.
Sunday, all was right in Milwaukee. Damian Lillard poured in 35, and the Bucks looked good without their two-time MVP. Maybe they don't need their superstar in this series. Well, there's a reason it's a best of 7. Giannis watching from the bench again, but unlike Game 1, the Bucks found themselves trailing in the second half. Down 8 in third, Lillard gets 2+1 to make it a 5-point game. He'd finish with 34. Now, the Deer would cut it to 1, but the Pacers would go on a massive run thanks to the 3-ball. They made 8 on Sunday. Tuesday, it was 16 triples as Indiana evens the series with a 125-108 win. Game 3 is Friday in Indy. Well, finally, some good transfer portal news for Wisconsin. Marissa Mosley has added the reigning Horizon League Freshman of the Year in Carter McRae to her roster. McRae comes to Madison after averaging a double-double, 15 points and 11 rebounds at Northern Kentucky. She was the league's Freshman of the Week 7 times last season. Braylon Allen already lived out a childhood dream when he put on the pads at Wisconsin. And after 3 years of punishing tacklers as a Badger, Allen is a couple days away from turning another dream into reality and playing football in the NFL. It's something that he's been thinking about ever since he stepped foot on campus, and it's motivated him to be the next member of RBU to go to the league.
Oh, absolutely. You know, that's what pushes me every single day. Just knowing that I'm that close to, you know, lifelong dreams. And the work's just beginning. So, you know, obviously, the showcases are done. The Combine Pro Day, that's over with. You know, now teams have a good visual of me in person, and you know, now it's trying to land in the best place possible.
Allen is tabbed as one of the top 5 running backs in this year's draft class and is projected as a 3rd or 4th round pick. In his 3 seasons at UW, he averaged nearly 6 yards per carry, rushing for 3,494 yards and 35 touchdowns, and proved he has all the tools to be successful at the next level.
Guy who's smart and takes a lot of pride in protecting the quarterback, which obviously is a very important skill set to have in the league. You know, I'm able to diagnose different pressures, different defenses and coverages and things like that. So I think, you know, I'm a quarterback's best friend when it comes to that. You know, being able to see things before they happen, and obviously my ability to run the ball. I don't think there's anybody better.
Brewers looking to even their series with the Pirates. Tobias Myers on the mound for the Crew, and his first big league pitch is a home run. Andrew McCutchen takes the first pitch of the game yard, and the Brewers lose their 2nd straight, 2-1, the final.
Thank you, Zach. Still ahead, a new therapy dog in a Wisconsin school.
In our next half hour, the latest details behind the murder of a woman in Janesville last week.
Eric Franke, News 3 Now at 5, 6, and 10. Moving forward.
It took 138 iterations to refine the Tiguan chassis, but it also took 189 pizzas and 52 all-nighters. The meticulously refined Tiguan. Get 0% APR financing or a $2,000 customer bonus on a new 2024 Tiguan during the Volkswagen 75th anniversary sales event.
Pick and Save always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Pick and Save app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Looks like it costs a fortune.
Actually, the Playscape sectional is just $9.99.
Looks like it was crafted by a master carpenter.
And it's just $9.99 every day.
Looks like I can work with this.
Check out those cup holders.
Cool.
Cool.
Looks like a unicorn cried happy tears all over it.
Yeah, I can see that.
When the looks you love go for less, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Why won't you? Want fresh air.
Hun!
You need the experts. The home renewal experts at Belco will make your project a breeze with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 6 years. Free installation won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feltco.
Bet you didn't see that. But if you were an Atlas and could detect things in 0.02 seconds, you would have. The Atlas with Front Assist. Get 1.9% APR financing or a $3,000 customer bonus on a new 2024 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport during the Volkswagen 75th anniversary event.
Hey, we're back here at 6:24. Linda sharing her morning with us. Beautiful colors in the sky. Linda, what a wonderful picture over Lake Koshkonong.
I'm telling you, the viewers, they're up in their game. Maybe some new cameras or I don't know, but
maybe it's just Mother Nature helping them out this time of year.
I don't know. The photos have been stunning lately. So, Linda, thank you for this one.
What are we talking about today, Shane?
All right, well, a new therapy dog is roaming the halls of Marshfield Middle School. That's just southwest of Wausau. The Marshfield Police Department recently introduced an Australian lab named Reggie.
Look at Reggie there.
Oh, he's a small puppy with some big responsibilities. His main task is to enhance the lives over at the middle school. Just 2 weeks in, the work of Reggie already paying dividends for those who have been crossing his path. One student described feeling less stressed when the dog is around. Another said the dog comforts students as much as they do for the dog. How great is that?
Cute.
Oh gosh, that is a cute little
Who doesn't
pup.
love a puppy?
I don't know.
Oh, gnawing on the finger there. That's pretty nice.
I mean, yeah, I would love a dog just roaming around the halls of this place. Make me feel better.
Yeah. I don't know if I could trust our staff, though, to take care of a dog. Trust them to do the news, sure. Take care of a dog, like a community responsibility of taking care of the dog. We can barely take care of a coffee maker.
You need a one person solely responsible like that fine gentleman there. It would be nice, though. I think it would ease everyone just a bit.
Yeah.
We can dream. We can
dream.
dream.
Need something like that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I've only had coffee this morning, so I'm a little jittery.
All right, hey, let's check in with Kelly Slivka. I don't know, Kelly, would you like a dog roaming around the studio?
I would love to have a dog here.
I think Kelly would take care of a dog with no problem.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't leave. They'd love that, wouldn't they? Well, anyway, it's going to be a cool day today. Temperatures starting out in the 30s. We're headed into the 50s today, even though we will see some sun. May see a freeze tonight. First warn alert days for some storms late in the week into the weekend.
A lot of inside jokes there just for us. All right, we're back right after this, folks. Don't go anywhere.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
I think when people come into the gym, they're often coming sometimes to change a certain aspect of themselves, to feel good enough, skinny enough, muscular enough, whatever enough. But you are enough. You are worthy of showing up for yourself. And it does start from a place of self-love. And having the people here in the community makes it so much easier. Again, it takes courage to even tell yourself that you're worthy and then to walk through these doors. So join me. Be courageous. Make those daily decisions for a better tomorrow. Start with courage. Let's go.
Are you suffering with neck pain, back pain, or sciatica due to disc-related conditions? You may have tried drugs, spinal injections, or physical therapy just to find out it didn't help. You're not alone. The problem is that some of those treatments focus on symptom relief, but may not address the underlying disc problem. As a result of injury or overuse, the discs may bulge, herniate, or degenerate over time. Our therapies are highly successful and reduce pain associated with those conditions and may help you avoid neck or back surgery. At Midwest Spine and Nerve Center, we'll design a treatment program using the latest in pain-relieving therapies, including non-surgical spine decompression, ProAdjuster 360 computerized technology, laser therapy, and more. Visit our website or call to schedule a complimentary consultation.
With Spectrum Mobile's Anytime Upgrade, you get to upgrade your phone anytime you want for free, which means you get the best, latest and greatest, most up-to-date technology out there. So say you want a bigger screen, less screen, more storage, less storage. Doesn't matter. Any color. You can upgrade anytime. And who wouldn't want that? Except for Ryan. And that's a life choice. That's respect.
I gotta get back to this.
Yeah.
Don't wait to upgrade your phone. Get Anytime Upgrade, included with Unlimited Plus from Spectrum Mobile.
Spring is sprung, and savings are in full bloom. Visit Menard's Garden Center for everything you need to get your garden growing. Choose from hundreds of beautiful, colorful flowers, lush trees and shrubs, and everything in between. Menard's Garden Center is back in bloom. Stop in today to get your garden on. Check out these fresh deals happening now at Menard's.
Save big money at Menard's.
At
At Papa Murphy's, we build your pizza with the freshest ingredients. You take it and bake it fresh in your oven.
So technically, I make the pizza.
Right now, get the limited time Taco Grande pizza. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
This morning, new information on the homicide in Janesville. Why police say a man killed the mother of his child.
Also, a key endorsement the president is set to receive today. The group that's trying to deliver him more of Wisconsin's votes.
And it is a chilly start to the morning. Temperatures in the 30s with some sunshine today. Should be warming into the low 50s. We're tracking some storms later in the week. More coming up.
And we're talking to comedian Charlie Behrens this morning before a couple of sold-out shows at the Orpheum. What he plans on doing after his tour ends. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Shane Hogan. Thanks for waking up with us on a Wednesday. Yeah, Charlie Behrens is the hot ticket in town this week.
Yeah, 2 sold-out shows at the Orpheum, and I finally got a chance to sit down with him. This is an interview that I've been trying to get for a while. It finally lined up where it worked out. So much fun talking with him. And his kind of take on all of his viral videos and everything, along with the stand-up comedy and how those two kind of mix together. First, though, we got to get to the forecast because it's a lot chillier out there this morning than it was yesterday, Kelly.
Yeah, even with the cloud cover, we did drop through the 30s, but the clouds actually helped prevent these temperatures from really dropping this morning. But I don't think that'll be the case tonight. I think we will see clear skies. So I expect a freeze tonight. So if you took your plants in this last night, probably have to do it again tonight. Right now, though, we're 15 degrees below where we were at this time yesterday morning. It's down to 22 degrees colder in Camp Douglas. We've had some clearing to the north. That clearing will be sinking down to the south. And wind speeds are out of the north right now at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Not as windy as what we had yesterday, but they're still noticeable this morning. 36 into Forest, Marshall at 35, Cambridge 36 this morning with the clouds around. We'll look at low 50s this afternoon, even with some sunshine breaking through these clouds. Frost freeze possible tonight. In fact, it's looking fairly likely now. We are watching some storms that'll be developing later Friday that'll continue on and off for the upcoming weekend. So we're in the 30s this morning, only rising through the mid-40s here at the noon hour. Even with the sun out there, only getting into the low 50s. So we're running about 7 degrees cooler than our average. But we'll get there, get close there tomorrow and also Friday. Mild weekend, let's call it warm with temperatures in the 70s, but along with that, we'll have chances of some storms. And we're kind of out of the, over the hump, it looks like next week. We'll be in the 60s and low 70s most of the week. So looking at 37 right now with that northeast wind at 10, temperatures rising through the 40s this morning into the low 50s. We'll talk more about that storm system for the weekend coming up.
Okay, Kelly, thank you. Now to new information about the murder of a woman in Janesville.
A criminal complaint has clarified the timeline of events that led to the alleged murder of 22-year-old Kirsten Hansen.
That complaint says Hansen's mother hadn't seen her daughter since shortly after 8 o'clock the night of April 16th. She says that night, Logan Barclay picked Hansen up from home.
On April 17th, 2 women found Hansen dead along Peace Trail, kneeling against a tree. At first, the medical examiner couldn't tell if she was killed.
Then on April 18th, Rock County officials conducted a preliminary investigation, and that's when a doctor found what they believed to be a small bullet hole in Hansen's lower abdomen.
The complaint says Hansen's mother told police the two were in an on and off again relationship. They shared a son together as well. When police spoke with Barclay, he ultimately admitted to killing Hansen after lying about the timeline of events multiple times. Barclay told police he shot her because she was pregnant and he did not want another child. He then left her in the woods alone, where she dragged herself to a tree and later died.
Now, the complaint says that police found a gun disassembled in Barclay's home. Right now, he is in jail on a $1 million bond. He's up against one charge of first-degree homicide with a modifier for domestic abuse. He will be back in court Friday afternoon.
A man police say is responsible for multiple break-ins in Madison is now in custody. Police say 37-year-old Ulysses Milu broke into a downtown restaurant on Gilman Street in January. Milu is currently facing 9 charges. Police also say that Milu was involved in break-ins at 4 other businesses as well, 3 on Monroe Street, 1 on University Avenue. Those burglaries happened back-to-back in mid and late January. Police arrested him in Rusk County up north. He'll be in court May 6th for an arraignment.
President Joe Biden is expected to sign off on a bill that could ban the popular Chinese-owned app TikTok. The Senate passed a bill to do that last night. Once Biden signs the bill, the company, ByteDance, will have 270 days to sell the app if the president signs the bill, as he's expected to this week. The deadline for sale would fall in January. Biden does have the option, though, to extend the deadline for 90 days if he decides ByteDance is making progress toward a sale. Also last night, in that package of bills, the Senate approved sending $95 billion in aid to U.S. allies. That includes money for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. It comes after months of struggle among members of Congress to agree on a package. Wisconsin GOP Senator Ron Johnson voted against the bills. Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin voted in favor. As a result, these bills will send more than $26 billion to Israel.
The decision to send Israel that money comes amid increased calls for an end to the war in Gaza. This video here shows students rallying against the war on Minnesota's Twin Cities campus. During the protest, police arrested 9 people, and they say the demonstration went against school policy. Across the country, universities are cracking down on protests against the war. Most of the attention right now is focused on protests at Columbia's campus in New York. Police have arrested multiple people since students started an encampment for protesters last week. University leaders gave students until midnight Tuesday to disband. This morning, the school says, though, it is extending that deadline. The chaos has caused leaders to move classes to a hybrid model for the rest of the semester.
Now to continuing coverage of Donald Trump's election interference criminal trial. Yesterday, the judge overseeing his case denied Trump's efforts to subpoena information from Stormy Daniels. It included her communications with other potential witnesses in the case. Trump is charged with 34 counts of falsifying business records. Prosecutors say Trump had his lawyer pay thousands of dollars to Daniels to hide an affair from voters before the 2016 election. Yesterday in court, Trump sat just feet away as former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker testified. Pecker said that during the 2016 campaign, he promised Trump's lawyer to help suppress stories that could be damaging to the former president. Prosecutors allege the practice, known in the tabloid industry as catch and kill, was meant to influence the election by buying the rights to those stories and never publishing them. The trial takes a day off today. It will resume Thursday.
To campaign 2024 coverage now, today President Biden will land a major union endorsement from North America's building trades unions. It's one of the union's earliest ever presidential endorsements. The NABTU is trying to deliver its 250,000 members in battleground states, including Wisconsin, for the president. The union's Teamsters members abstained from voting to endorse Biden. They say they'll endorse a president after their own upcoming convention.
Now to a major shakeup in the workforce. The Federal Trade Commission just opened the door for workers with non-compete agreements to leave and work for competitors. The FTC voted 3-2 yesterday to enact a nationwide ban on non-compete agreements. Right now, about 1 in 5 workers are part of those agreements. The rule could take effect in 4 months if it doesn't face legal challenges, though many industries are already lining up to fight it. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce has said it does plan on filing a suit to block the rule.
Time is 6:37. The Milwaukee Bucks are trying to build some momentum in the postseason. Milwaukee hosting Game 2 of the opening round against the Indiana Pacers. Giannis, of course, watching from the bench again as he tries to heal that calf up. But unlike Game 1, the Bucks found themselves trailing in the second half, down 8 in the third, and that's when Dame Lillard gets 3 the old-fashioned way, making it a 5-point game. He would finish with 34 points, and the Deers would cut it here down to 1, but the Pacers would go on a run thanks to the 3-ball. They made 8 on Sunday. Last night made 16. Indiana evens the series at 1 game apiece. They win 125-108. Game 3 Friday in Indianapolis.
All right, a chilly start to our Wednesday morning, even with some sunshine, expecting cool weather today, but some storms on the way later in the weekend. We'll have more in the first morning forecast.
And live in the 608 this morning, we're learning what it takes to roast coffee beans. I just got these beans out of that machine, and we're learning more about the process from Mounds View Roasters next when we come back.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Get a new 2024 Tundra Hybrid Capstone for 3.99% APR for 60 months, plus $2,500 cash back. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love, printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
I can't believe I have no lines in my face. It's a facelift in a jar.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. We've created the best offer yet with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. So if under eye bags and wrinkles make you look tired and older, try it today for only $14.95 plus get free shipping.
Hanson's knows that your home is a place of comfort and protection. That's why our durable, energy-efficient, and weather-resistant windows, roofing, siding, and gutters, as well as our bathtubs and showers, are guaranteed. With over 30 years' experience and thousands of 5-star reviews, we're your trusted home improvement expert. Get 50% off installation or enjoy no interest and no payments for 2 years.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. Because around here, we're all about comebacks. Whether it's helping you recover after a car accident or return to the job following an injury, it's us fighting the odds and the insurance company to make sure you get the compensation you and your family deserve. No one loves a great comeback story more than Lawton Cates, which motivates us to fight for our clients every day. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call us today.
Thursday at 10. Wisconsin faces a healthcare crisis. From high turnover as veteran staff retire, with no one to replace them, and an increased need for care from the aging population, the strain on hospitals throughout the state is reaching a breaking point.
I'll look into this unstable state of healthcare and show you what possible solutions are on the table for the future of our hospitals.
Thursday on News 3 Now at 10. Watching News 3 Now this morning, moving forward.
Hey, welcome back. Comedian Charlie Berens is headlining the Orpheum, but good luck getting tickets.
Yeah, his shows tomorrow and Friday have been sold out for weeks. I caught up with Charlie recently, though, and talked to him about comedy and his career. Most of us found him on social media when he was doing the Manitowoc Minute. He's since become an even bigger internet sensation with his even bigger viral videos, New York Times best-selling author as well. And in 2022, remember he gave the winter commencement address at UW-Madison. When talking with him, you can tell it all comes down to comedy and connection.
I think like people meet each other there, and it's just a good way to like bring like-minded people together in one place when we're in such like a virtual, disconnected world, you know? That's kind of like the higher end of it. And then the lower end is I just really like it when people laugh at my jokes, you know?
But everyone knows to Dom, you gotta undom.
After his tour wraps up, Charlie says he's going to get outside and do some camping and fishing. He told me he's really looking forward to some time off away from a screen. If you'd like to watch my full conversation with Charlie, you can find it this morning at channel3000.com.
The hot ticket in town, Charlie Berens. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, I came to you know, find his work while I was at school here. That was kind of the first instance. And I mean, as Wisconsin as it gets, right? He's so funny.
I think he's one of the most recognizable figures in the state. I mean, he's just his, as far as, you know, entertainment, local like entertainers, like Wisconsin-based entertainers go, it's been something to watch his career flourish. For a guy like me, I mean, I'm key demo for Charlie. His videos, you know, very relatable to me and all of the collaborators he worked with. Like Dude Dad and some other folks, but hearing him talk about the kind of the digital divide, you know, and getting people to connect in person and what his in-person comedy shows are all about, that was fascinating. We talk a lot about that in the interview. And like, what goes into some of his viral videos, the stuff that you see, how those concepts come about and the collaborations, some really interesting stuff from Charlie.
Should be cool. If you're headed there this week, enjoy.
Yeah. All right, 6:44 in the 608 this morning. We are talking about coffee and what it takes to roast it.
Our Josh Breider is live in Mount Horeb this morning with a closer look. Hey, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're at Mounds View Roasters this morning, and take a look at what I have in my hands. This is what I just roasted between the last segment and now. These are the coffee beans that went through this machine behind us, and this morning, Michael Cleary is showing us a little bit about that process. So what exactly happened after I pushed that green button?
Sure. So the coffee drops in from the hopper, and then we agitate it around in the drum, and we're applying heat from the back. It's roughly, 1,200 degrees Fahrenheit heat. Not necessarily all the time. We're also kind of modulating in fresh air with that, so we get a desired temperature to come in. And we measure it with these thermocouples here to kind of keep track of where the beans are at and how hot they're getting and how long they've been roasting for and things like that. So we typically roast for about 9 minutes. I think with this one we did about 10 minutes, it looks like. After that, Josh hit the button, the door opened up, and then we stir and then apply a fan to pull all the heat off of it to stop any more roasting from happening. And then from there, we have this apparatus called a destoner. Coffee is dried on the grounds in the countries where it's grown, most often anyways. And then, so we lift the coffee beans up, and then the stones are heavy enough that they fall on the bottom. We didn't check it. I mean, we'll have to check it before you leave, but to see if there's any stones in there. And then actually at the end, it comes out. And
Open up the chute.
Yeah, out the chute, and there we go.
There it is. So this is from that batch right there. I mean, this is such a unique process, and this is what you obviously do to be able to make the coffee that we love to drink at home each and every morning.
Right, right. Yeah, and so I'm very fortunate being a food processing plant. I have my own brand, but I'm also working with other companies around the area to either supply my coffee, or if they want to have a Josh Spreiter coffee, I can do any of those things. It's just called, what we call in the industry as private labeling. So yeah, it's a great industry to be in. You have some versatility to what you want to offer, how you want to offer it. It's been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot, and yeah, the guy, Mr. Victor Allen, was very helpful in getting me going with it.
I love that story. I love that history. So if people are interested in finding your coffee, where can they find this?
Sure. So it's moundsviewroasters.com. So you can see the different offerings I have, and yeah, it's otherwise if you're looking for it out in the world of the 608, Icky Sticky, Cook's Room in Dodgeville, Sowsier just started in Verona, so there's lots of places for you to find Mounds View Roasters coffee.
We'll have all of that up on channel3000.com. All right, I got to bring in Chris, Shane, and Kelly if he's listening here, because you picked out a coffee for each and every one of us on News 3 Now this morning.
So I don't know if there's any history behind it or not, but Leah was able to get some free coffee after a mishap a while back, but I want to make sure everybody had a chance to get some coffee this time.
Yeah, Leah, if you remember back, I think this was the start of the pandemic, Leah spilled her coffee all over the news desk, and you actually sent her some.
We did,
and
yeah.
we loved it, because I know we actually made some of that at the station.
Right on.
All right, so why did you pick the coffee for each of us here?
So, I mean, we get to know all of you, watching you every morning, and we know bits and pieces. And so for Josh, we went with the lakefront living. I think that's self-explanatory.
Oh, that's perfect.
For Mr. Spreiter.
That's perfect.
Leah gets another bag, even though she's not in the studio. A little trailside. If you know anything about Leah, I think she's pretty fond of heading out to the state parks and being trailside.
Perfect.
Kelly, my friend, I heard you loud and clear this winter. No more cold. Let's get to the heat. So a little cabin fever for Kelly.
I'm all about that.
Chris, we got you the Mounds View medley. You're kind of bringing it all together. You're bringing the group and kind of stirring the pot, if you will. Shane, we got you River's Edge. I know that there at least one day a year you're probably near a river somewhere down in Chicago, so we went with River's Edge.
Very good
And then
point.
for our Mr. Mark here, we did Valley Grove Honduran coffee, and Mark spent some time down in Honduras.
I love that. Yes, you did so good.
So cool.
We're big fans in the Cleary House.
I love that. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
The guys back in the studio appreciate it as well.
Awesome.
So thank you again, channel3000.com if you'd like to learn more. Guys, I think he hit the nail on the head with all of these coffee flavors for each and every one of us. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Thank you so much.
Can't wait to try it.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hey, thank you, Josh, in Mount Horeb this morning, learning how coffee is roasted.
Very cool. Awesome story. All right, let's end things outside. Kelly Slifka is out there with your firstborn weather. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, need some coffee this morning with temperatures about 15 to 20 degrees cooler than yesterday morning. Even with the cloud cover, we did drop into the 30s, but it probably prevented a lot of us from seeing a hard freeze. But that likely will not be the case tonight. So if you have any tender vegetation outside, probably want to bring it in or cover it tonight because it's likely to be a freeze fairly widespread. This goes into effect from 12 or midnight up until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So that's what we're looking at. All right, the last frost facts usually is about the first the week of May, and it looks like this freeze that we see tonight might be the last freeze. We'll have to see how that plays out, but it looks like no possibility of a freeze this weekend into next week. If we go back over the last several years, last year the last freeze was on April 26th, but you do notice most of the time it does occur in the first few days of May, even out as late as May 13th. All right, we're looking at some freeze conditions possible tonight. Milder weather, though, it looks like by tomorrow as we get up closer to 60, and that's out ahead of a storm system that'll bring us some stormy weather Friday going into the weekend. Expecting a high only of 53. The average now is 61. We should get into some sunshine, but we had this cold front slip through, and that's what stirred up the winds yesterday and also brought us some cooler weather, but it's going to be short-lived. We're going to see some milder weather, just kind of cool today. Temperatures in the mid-40s at the noon hour, only getting the low 50s. Not as windy as it's been. That is some good news. Then we have a storm system that's going to set up shop for Friday through the weekend. All of southern Wisconsin, we do have some heavy rain, some strong storms possible Friday night right through Sunday. As far as severe weather on Friday, just a marginal risk of severe weather, basically Madison areas to the west. So that's the lowest on a scale of 1 to 5. So we're not looking at widespread severe weather, but also we are looking at some heavy rains that'll be moving Friday afternoon, Friday night. Should get a break for much of Saturday, but by Saturday afternoon, we could see some more strong storms develop, especially areas to the west. That'll continue right into a Sunday. So we're going to see rounds of showers and storms for the weekend. Not a complete washout, but we could be talking about, when all is said and done, 1 to 3 inches of rain across the area. 37 right now in Madison, Janesville at 39. So a cool day today, but we do warm up to 60 tomorrow, 60 on Friday before that rain starts to move in Friday afternoon, Friday night. I think most of Saturday actually dry. It won't be until Saturday later in the afternoon, evening. We'll keep an eye on the sky, but we'll be well in the 70s with some of these storms continuing into Sunday.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. We've got the morning sprint coming up next.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Chevy Equinox has been ranked #1 by J.D. Power for dependability and new vehicle quality among compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar. Qualified lessees can get this Equinox for $269 a month.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Nexium 24-Hour prevents heartburn acid for twice as long as Pepcid. Get all day and all night heartburn acid prevention with just 1 pill a day. Choose acid prevention. Choose Nexium.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
Pick and Save always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Pick and Save app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Accidents don't just happen Monday through Friday or during the daytime hours. That's why our team is here for you every day, evenings, weekends, and holidays. Because we understand how important it is to get you the help you need immediately, to answer your questions, and to start building your case as quickly as possible. No matter when your accident happens, the help you need is just one call away. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
Let's hit the road. The road to winning at Wild Rose Casino and Hotel, Clinton, Iowa. You're just a short drive away from a weekend full of fun, food, and winning. Plenty of slots calling your name, table games too. Or watch and wager on the games in our DraftKings Sportsbook. There's something for everyone at Wild Rose Casino and Hotel, Clinton. You'd rather be here.
A Cadillac? Go on. Say yes. You earned this. At Bergstrom Cadillac of Madison, we know you work hard. This is you playing hard. Say yes to elevated luxury. Yes to hands-free freedom. Yes to effortless electric. Say yes to Bergstrom Cadillac of Madison.
Sprout, a spring makers market at Warm Belly Farm, Cottage Grove.
6:54, time for the morning sprint.
We're learning new details about a man charged with killing a woman in Janesville last week. A criminal complaint says Logan Barclay killed Kirsten Hansen because she was pregnant with his child. The complaint says Barclay lied about what happened to police, but ultimately admitted to killing Hansen. He will be back in court this Friday.
Madison police say they have a serial burglar in custody. Investigators say 37-year-old Ulysses Milieu broke into a downtown restaurant on Gilman Street in January, and that he's also connected to 4 other break-ins. He'll be in court on May 6th for an arraignment.
The trial of Marshawn Giles continues. He's accused of sexually assaulting and killing a 20-month-old girl in Madison 2 years ago. He's also accused of beating the child's mother, his girlfriend at the time. Yesterday, the toddler's mom testified that she was scared for her life while dating Giles. Jurors will return to court at 9 o'clock today.
Amazon's now offering a grocery subscription. It starts at $10 a month for Prime members. It comes with unlimited delivery on orders more than $35 from Whole Foods and other specialty retailers. The subscription also comes with a 1-hour delivery window at no extra cost.
The package of bills is headed to the president's desk this morning, and it includes billions of dollars in aid to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. It also includes legislation that gives TikTok's parent company about a year to sell the app or see it banned from U.S. app stores. President Biden is expected to sign the bill quickly.
Coming up on 7 o'clock, we still have some clouds here in Madison, but it is clearing areas around us, so we will get into some sunshine. It's a chilly start to the morning with readings in the 30s. Even with the sun today, we're only headed into the mid-40s. As we get toward the noon hour, should be in the low 50s today. About 7 degrees cooler than where we should be for this time of the year, but we will get into some sunshine, and it won't be as windy as what we've had. In fact, the ones that we have now will diminish later today. That'll lead to some clear skies and a frost and freeze likely tomorrow morning. We do have first warn alert days for some storms that'll be developing Friday afternoon, and it won't rain the entire weekend, but we'll see more rounds of storms both Saturday and Sunday.
Looking pretty active this weekend, though.
This weekend's gonna be active, and it looks like even into next week pretty active as well.
Kelly, sounds good. Thanks for waking up with us, folks. We're back with another news and weather update coming up in 30 minutes.